Hello and welcome everyone. Today I have come up with a new topic, and this is very useful for all those who are working into the US payment system, which is the Fedwire. And not only for the US payment system, even if you are working for the Swift payments and originally message being sent out from some other country and then finally getting settled down into the US or any of the bank from the federal system, right? Is helping you to settle the payment to any other bank within the country or also the country. So it is very important. So let's get started. So let's understand the introduction part of the Fedwire first. The Fedwire Fund Service is a real-time gross settlement system. Each transaction processed individually and settled upon the receipt via a high secure electronic network. Settlement of the funds is immediate, final, and irrevocable. Like in India, we have RTGS system, right? And the same way in other countries, there will be a different name for this real-time cross settlement. In US, we call it as Fedwire, where the payments are settled one-to-one, as in when a payment is initiated from the Fedwire participant bank's customer side, then the payment will get settled if the funds is available into the settlement account or the master account. We have already gone through in the real-time cross settlement. I'm just going to explain you one more time. Before that, let's understand a few of the highlights of the Fedwire system. So Fedwire system are flexible online access alternatives, access to a broad network, real-time processing, final and irrevocable fund settlement, immediate availability of the funds, security and reliability, low transaction fees. These are the key highlights of the Fedwire system. Having said that, let's take an example, or I would say this is how your Fedwire local payment gets settled in the Fedwire system, or call this CSM system. So I have taken this example for the Fedwire payment system. So consider an example. LTD is a corporate customer who holds an account to the City US Bank. Now, instructed by this LTD bank to make the payment of $20 million to a bank, to a customer who holds an account in Standard Chartered Bank US. Now, when the payment is initiated, right, it can be from any of the banking channel. And once the payment message is received, right, instruction is received, then the bank does the validation and then it sends out a direct payment message that is a proprietary format, Fedwire proprietary format, since it does not follow any global standard message that is either Swift empty messages or call it as ISO 20022. As of now, it has not migrated, so till now it is still using Fedwire proprietary message. I'll show you how it looks like. So if it was equivalent to MT1, if it was MT103, then we could have the easily identify. But since it is a Fedwire proprietary message, that is also not difficult to understand. Just the tag names is different. I'll show it to you how it varies. Now once the Fedwire payment message is sent out to the RTGS system, or Fedwire system in this case, then before that, I'll just explain you that all those banks who are participant of the Fedwire will have a settlement account, which is also called as a master account, available in the central bank side. Now, as we know that RTGS or the Fedwire system is governed by the central bank itself, right? So they will have this settlement or master account available over there. If they have a sufficient fund in their master account, then what will happen is this 20 million will be debited from the City US 33 USD account, master account, and they will credit to the settlement account, that is the master account of the Standard Chartered Bank US 33 USD, and the proprietary Fedwire MT103 message would be released by the Fedwire system to the bank. And on receiving the message, not only this, they will also receive an acknowledgement message or advice message mentioning that the payment message, the payment has been settled in the master account, which is available at the system, and the payment you need to make transfer would be sent via MT103 equivalent, which is the Fedwire format customer credit transfer payment. Now, on receiving the message, they will then credit the payment to the PLC company who holds an account in Standard Chartered Bank US. This is a straightforward example of the scenario where I could take the local payment that happens in the Fedwire system, right? So this is a local payment. How about the international payment, cross-border payment? Is it acceptable in Fedwire system or not, right? How the Fedwire system help the cross-border payment to be settled, right? So consider this example. There is a company P, right, in India, who would be asking this bank, State Bank of India, to make the transfer to another corporate customer who holds an account at Standard Chartered Bank US, right? Now, on receiving this payment request, State Bank of India, they would use any of the cross-border payment network systems to transfer the message. Now, in this case, State Bank of India identifies that, okay, City US is their currency correspondent relationship. They will send the MT103 message to City US Bank, and City US Bank, on receiving that MT103 message, then they will identify, okay, the beneficiary customer holds an account in a bank who is in US itself. So instead of sending this message via Swift network, they would go ahead with the local clearing settlement mechanism, in this case, a Fedwire. So what it does is it will send out this proprietary Fedwire message, MT103 equivalent, right? And their tags would be look like this for the originator, right? Which is ordering customer in MT103. It will be the 5,000 or 5010. And the originator's financial institution, right, it will be 5,100 as a tag. And in MT103, you would, this would be nothing but your tag 52A, right, ordering institution. And this is your Fedwire sender, right? And from this bank's perspective, this would be your message receiver, right, in your block 2. And in this, and when MT103 is being sent out, the SCBL US would be your 57A, right? All right, so on receiving this MT103, then it will then identify, okay, they have to make the payment to SCBL US customer PLC, and they will use this Fedwire system. They will send the equivalent of MT103 information would be converted into this Fedwire proprietary message, and then it will be sent out via the Fedwire system, and from the Fedwire system, they will debit and credit. They will debit the local settlements account, that is master account of City US in Central Bank, and they will credit to the SCBL US 33 settlement account, and they will send the credit advice, and then they will send this equivalent proprietary customer credit transfer message to the bank. And then on receiving that customer credit transfer message, they will then settle down the PLC company that is the beneficiary that holds tag 4200. So this information, this particular bank would be sending 4200, 3400 Fedwire receiver, 4200 beneficiary, 5000 or 5001, 5010 originator, 5100 is originator financial institution. All this information would be sent out in this message. This is how it would look like, and this is how the payment would get settled. All right, so this is how your example of Fedwire message look like. And now important part is, now no more after 2025 November, Fedwire is not going to use anymore this Fedwire proprietary message. Why is that? Because the world is migrating into the ISO 20022. So in order to maintain that pace, that world space, to use a common language and to understand the need for the time and for the interoperability for the local and for the international payment, there are a lot of features which is provided by the ISO 20022, which is developed by the International Standard of Organization. They have started working on this. So the deadline for this and the timeline what they have given is by 2025 November, and from 2022 Q1, right, they will start for the like for like, including 3-month stability and this ISO enhancements. new elements by 2025 November. Now, how can Swift Payment Guru help you in this migration, right? So what we can provide as a service is that we can provide you a online or a offline course for the migration for ISO 20022. Now, in this course, you get to understand the different messaging, not only different messaging, especially if you're walking into Swift messages, right? Or even if you are working for the Fedwire messaging, if you know the Fedwire messages, then you will be able to translate into the respective ISO 20022. And in this case, the Swift course will help you a lot. And for that, you can enroll or you can send the information for your interest by sending by sending an email to swiftpaymentguru@gmail.com. I'll spell it out. It's swiftpaymentguru@gmail.com. All right. And in this case, right, both offline and enroll online course, right? We have a lot of things to give it to you. We have session videos for if you are going for only ISO 20022 videos, then it would cost only 10,000 international rupees, and you'll get all those videos of around 20 hours. That's a good number of hours videos which you'll be receiving. Along with that, MT to MX converter tool. This is how you would be able to see your empties, where you can populate the data in the Excel cells, and then if you just export it, you'll see in your XML based messages. And these are okay. Now this is your ISO 20022 syllabus, and it has a lot of information which would help your bank to migrate it to the ISO 20022. Now again, I'm saying this is not only limited to any bank or any of the countries transformation into ISO 20022 for the high value payment system. It is not only for the Fedwire, but it can be used for any of the high value payment system, either it be CHAPS, CHIPS, or links in Canada, or any high value payment system. There's a lot more information which is available. So starting from the introduction, then what is the benefits, what is CBPR plus, what is high value payment system, what is the differences between the high value payment system and CBPR plus, what is the volume migration plan to ISO 20022, what is the granularity of the data, what extra they are bringing in this ISO 20022 with comparison to your Fedwire messages or with comparison to your existing MT Swift messages. What are the different domains which covers by this ISO 20022, whether it is only limited to payments, retail payments, or it is having a broader business domains, right? We will understand, and you will be able to understand in this videos if you subscribe or buy this plan or program. You'll understand a lot more about how Swift is helping the world into migration to ISO 20022. What are the different channels which is available, and what are the different applications in a banking side. In a bank, right, there are different different applications which are going to be impacted by this ISO 20022 new rich data. Now, in order to understand that, you can opt for this videos, or you can purchase this course online, or offline as well, So, and then once you understand the infrastructure part, then we will be moving into this ISO 20022 messaging, where we will understand the key differences between the MT and ISO 20022. We'll understand the business application header of the ISO 20022 in depth. Then we'll understand the different business areas messages, which includes the payment clearing and settlement messages, which includes package 02, which is for the financial institution to financial institution payment status report, J04, which is for payment return, J08 for customer credit transfer, and J09 for your financial institution credit transfer. Now, same way for the payment initiation message, we will understand about J01, J02, and J12, and for cash management message, we'll understand J52, which is the bank to customer account report. J53 is for bank to customer statement. 54 is for bank to customer debit credit notification. 56 is for your financial institution payment cancellation request, and CAN 057 is to notification to receive. Now, in order to purchase this plan, all right, and or to enroll for the online batches, users have to send out an email with your interest to swiftpaymentguru@gmail.com. And if you want to know anything more on this, then you just reach out to this email ID and we'll get back to you on this. So all the best. And this is all from this video. See you next time.